to Softech Coding. This is the 15th episode of our Coding with Scratch series. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell. I am continuously going to make videos. Welcome back to those who have already watched past episodes, but if you're just starting out, I would highly recommend starting from episode 1. And if you could please also share this video with your friends and family, that would be great. Thanks so much. Alright, so let's get started. So today we are going to be making an interactive pet game where you have to feed your pet, maybe groom your pet. We'll see how it goes. And today, the most exciting thing is that we're going to be learning about variables. Now, in past episodes, we've looked at motion, look, sound, all of these other options of blocks, but we haven't ever looked at variables. Now, as you can see, there's two different kinds of options here. The first one is make a variable. The second one is make a list. A list is pretty much just organized variables, a series of them, and we're going to be using both of these today. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to choose our pet that we're going to be taking care of. So let's go to choose a sprite, and let's see here, we need to choose a pet for our project. A dog isn't a bad idea. A duck would be funny, we could feed it bread. Let's see which other ones there are. I don't see anything that is very interesting. The shark's funny. Imagine having a pet shark. That would be silly. I'm sure somebody does. The zebra's not a bad idea either. But I think that the pet that I want to have, now you guys can have different pets, is the duck, because I think it's really cute. Alright, and I haven't heard of anybody having a pet duck before, so it's super special. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the size of our duck. Let's say 200. That's a better size, just because our duck's going to be our main character. The next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be going to backdrops. We're going to choose a backdrop. We have to choose a place for our duck to be. What if our duck's hanging out on the pool side? Alright, so we got our duck on the pool, and we have to start feeding our duck and taking care of our duck. So we have to have a series of buttons that we can click to feed our duck, to groom our duck. So let's see, what do we want to feed our duck? So here we can go to food, and we can see, let me see, what if our duck eats cheese puffs? It's kind of silly, but it's cute. So we can put the cheese puffs here. Now let's see, what other foods can we do? Actually, ducks like bread, so maybe the bread's not a bad idea, so it's a little bit more realistic. Alright, so we can put the bread here, maybe so it doesn't get wet, we can put it there. Make it the size, maybe 150, and then we can put our bread there. So whenever you click on the bread, it feeds the duck. Now we can have something else, for example, playtime, like your duck needs to have fun sometimes. Let's see what toys. There's a ball somewhere, I'm sure. Or something fun for our duck to play with. Yeah, I think a ball is a good idea. So keep your eyes out for a nice ball. What if we just search for it? So we have our tennis ball here, but that's kind of boring. So what if we just search it for ball? Oh, there's a ton of them. We have a basketball, normal ball. How about the beach ball? The beach ball is funny. Alright, so we have our beach ball here. So whenever our duck wants to play, we click on the beach ball. So we can also make this size 150. Maybe that's a bit too big. Maybe 25. That's better. So then we can feed our duck. We can play with our duck. But our duck also needs to be maybe fed, groomed. So let's see if we have maybe like a brush to like brush our duck's feathers or something. I don't know. I don't think we need that one. Alright, for now I think this is okay. So we feed our duck and we can play with our duck. Alright? So the first thing we're going to do is we can have the duck say, when go to events and pull out the when green flag is clicked, and we can have our duck say, "Hi, I'm your new pet duck." And then we can have the user name the duck. And we can go to sensing, like we did in the last one, and ask, instead of what's your name, what's my name? And then once now we know that the answer is going to be the name of the duck. Now our first variable can be make a variable. If you click on make a variable here, click on it, and you can call it name. Alright, now variables, remember how last time we looked at the answer and how it stored it here? The variables are just like that. They store the information in the here in the little section here. They store them in themselves. So whenever you want to find that information, you can always look here. Ask, what's my name? Now there's two different blocks here, which is set my variable to and change my variable by. When you set a variable to a number, that means you set it to a specific number. So for example, if you want to reset your variable, for example, let's say you have a game, all right? You have a leveled game where there's different levels and you can get different points on each level. Let's say once you're at level 1, you can get 10 points, but then you want to reset the points for level 2. So what you would do is you would use the set my variable to 0 to reset the variable back to nothing. Now change my variable changes the variable by 1, adds 1 to your variable. Now you can also change your variable by -1 to reduce points. So for example, let's say you're in a game, a maze game, and if you touch the edge of the maze, you want to change the variable by -1 because you lose a point. But if you reach the end of the maze, you change your variable by 1 because you're adding 1 point to the player's points. All right. Now, for example, that variable might be called points because you're counting the number of points that the player has. So right now we don't need this one. Oh, there's also these two, which show and hide variable. All these do is you see there the name, how you can see it. Now, if you click hide variable, you won't be able to see it anymore. And if you click show variable, you can see it. That's all that does. Right now, you want to see the variable so we know what's going on. But later on, we can make it not seen. So we're going to set our variable name to go to sensing and answer. And the reason we do this is we're going to be asking maybe a few questions. We might be asking a few questions in the game. So you want to make sure that the information is stored in a variable so that we always have it to be able to get it again. So hi, I'm your new pet duck. What's my name? And we can say, for example, your name is Ducky. And then here, Ducky has been put inside the name. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to start making the bread and the beach ball variables so that we can add hunger and needing to have fun. Okay, boredom. So we're going to make a variable and we're going to call it hunger. All right, so we're going to click OK. So now our hunger is at 0. All right, so we're going to change hunger by. Now, what if we do it like this? All right, if we go to bread, we can have all the code for hunger in the bread. So when go is clicked, all right, we want to go to our variable and set the hunger to 0. Why? Our bird isn't going to be hungry at the very beginning. Let's just say it's full. But as time goes on, you want to go to control, and forever, let's say every maybe 4 seconds, our bird's hunger increases. So if you go back to variables, we change hunger by 1. So as we go on, our bird gets hungrier and hungrier. And this is where the if block comes in. And forever, the if block is going to check operators. Now we used this block last time, the equals to operator. We're going to be using the less than or greater than and less than blocks this time. So now we're going to say if hunger is more than a specific number, then it's going to be game over because you let your bird get too hungry and it doesn't want to be your pet anymore. So what we do is we take hunger and we put it here. If your hunger is greater than, let's say, maybe 15, maybe you've left your duck and it's too hungry, maybe that's too much, maybe just 10. Then the duck's gonna say, I'm too hungry, I don't want to be your pet anymore. Like, I'm so hungry and I don't want to be your pet anymore. Want to be your pet anymore. And please press the green flag to try again. Alright? Please press the green flag to try again. And here we can end the game. Alright, so first let's see. I'm so hungry. That's about like maybe 3 seconds max. I don't want to be your pet anymore. So maybe like 4 seconds for that one. And please press the green flag to try again. So that's about 4 seconds too. So that's about that's what he's gonna say. And then to end the game, there's a block I haven't showed you guys yet, and it's called the stop block. Now this block stops all the code. It's like you're pressing this stop sign. It stops all the code. So that means the player can't continue after that. So that's what we're gonna do. But we also have to give our player a warning before our duck decides that it doesn't want to be your pet anymore. So we're gonna pull this out, put this in, and then put this in. So if, let's go to operators, we can pull this out, variables. We can do this. All right, what if we do this? Hunger, but let's do it with an equal to. All right, because if hunger is equal to, let's say 5, which is halfway point, or maybe 7, so that the player knows that they're cutting it close, maybe 6. If hunger is equal to 6, then say, I'm getting really hungry, so that it's like a warning for our player that you're cutting it close. And we're going to make this 4 seconds because every 4 seconds the hunger changes. So that should reduce any bugs. So now in our bread, when go is clicked, our duck is not hungry. And every 4 seconds it gets hungrier. And if it's not fed for too long, then first it will say it's getting really hungry, and then it won't want to be your pet anymore because you're a bad pet owner, you're not responsible. Now we have to do what happens if this sprite is clicked. So here we have a when this sprite clicked block. So we're going to put here, when this sprite clicked, we're going to go to variables and we're going to change hunger by -1. Alright, so once we do that, once we change our hunger by -1, then we have to make sure that our player can't press this for too long. Alright, so wait until, alright, so we're going to have our, when this sprite click, change hunger by -1. Now what if we do it like this, instead of doing when this sprite clicked? Because the problem with when this sprite clicked is that they can click it repeatedly and the game won't be that fun. So if we go to when green flag clicked and we do this, if we go to operators, we can pull this out, the AND operator, which has this option and this option. All right, so we can have this, which is equal to, this makes your code really complicated. So let me explain. So if something is equal to something and something else is also equal to something, then you can do it. For example, we can think of it as if sunny equals true, like it's a sunny day, and windy equals true, then fly a kite. If one of them isn't true, then you're not going to go and fly a kite. Alright, so if it's rainy equals true, then it won't be able to do the code because it won't be sunny. Now we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to go to sensing. If mouse down, oh, we don't need this one here. If the mouse is down, alright, and we're touching the mouse pointer, that means that we're clicking on it. Alright, we're going to change hunger by -1 and we're gonna have to wait maybe a few seconds, or we can wait. What if we do the wait until? Wait until, let's go to operators, and the hunger has to equal variables. Hunger equals, you have to wait until the hunger equals, now let's just not do this. Let's just make it wait a few seconds so that they can't spam click it. All right, so it has to wait 1 second after you change the hunger by -1 before you can click it again. All right, so let's test our code and see if it works. So hi, and then let's just name it Ducky again. All right, so you see the hunger is increasing. So let's see. Oh, you know what the problem with our code is? Here, this only runs once. So it only checks 1 time if the mouse is down. We have to put a forever block around it to make sure that it's always checking, always making sure that the mouse is not down. So now we have to try again. So we have to name it. I'm just gonna name it Ducky. And we're gonna click on this to reduce hunger. Yeah, it works. And if we wait too long, then it will start getting hungrier and hungrier. All right, I just want to make sure that the hunger just keeps on increasing. Yeah, it's working. So now we're going to be doing pretty much the same thing with our beach ball. All right, so I'm getting real, oh my goodness. The bread says I'm getting really hungry. We made such a mistake. Okay, it's fine. This we don't need here. I made a mistake. We click on it and we do Control X. And Control X cuts, or Command X. And if you paste it, it'll appear here. Now I'm gonna delete this here, the second one. So duck, I'm gonna do a forever block around this and go. So that the duck, when hunger is equal to 6, says he's getting hungry, not the bread, all right? We have to make sure our duck is getting hungry. All right, so now, you see it's okay. Bugs always happen. That's why you always have to check your code and make sure everything's working smoothly. So now we have to work on our beach ball. So we have to add a new variable called boredom. Oh, the I'm getting really hungry is here. Oh, I forgot to capitalize boredom. Let's make a new one. All right, so we have our name, how hungry, and the boredom. So now we can move these if you want. I'm just gonna move this here, boredom. Now, if you realize, if you right click on this, oh, now the duck doesn't want to be our pet anymore. There's a normal readout, there's a large readout, which just says the number, and then there's a slider, which lets you to increase it. Now, we don't want that. So we just want a normal readout for now. Now, we can make a list called, but we don't need it right now. For now, I think this is enough. We don't have to use the lists today. So, now we can go to our beach ball. When green flag is clicked, again, we're just using the same code from here. We're going to go to beach ball. We're going to go to variables. We're going to set boredom, the one with the capital, to 0. And what you can do is you can just copy this code and just paste it here. And using the Control-C, Control-V, or Command-C, Command-V. And all you have to do is change the variables. Now we can make our boredom increase sooner. So yeah, we can do that. And whenever you click, we can go back to bread and click on this, Control-C or Command-C, and Control-V, Command-V. So you can change your boredom by -1 if you click on the ball. And we can do another one where if you click on the duck is happy because you pet the duck. All right, so we can do happiness. Make a variable. How about happiness? So happiness is here. And we can do the same code from here. You just click on it, Control C, go on the duck, Control V. Oh, we have to pull this out of the way. So when our duck is clicked, like when you pet our duck, we can set happiness to, but we have to change this one. We have to make our happiness 10, and every 4 seconds we make our happiness by -1, so our duck is less happy. And you have to keep on tapping on your duck. But let's make these a little bit faster so that they're harder, all right? So what if we make this, for example, hunger is every 3 seconds, boredom's every 2 seconds. This makes it much harder to keep up with all of them. Make sure everything's working smoothly. All right, so we have this. Now we need to go back here. If mouse down and touching, Control C or Command C, Control V or Command V. And here, I'm just going to change happiness by 1. Let's hope this works. And finally, we need to copy and paste this again and again. For this, I need to move this one here. So here, we need to change hunger to boredom and change this to I'm getting really bored. Bored. And then I'm so bored. I don't want to be your pet anymore. Alright? Oh, you have to change this one to boredom. Just have to make sure they all match. It's very, it's not that hard, but it's pretty fun to do. And here we can just do happiness, except for happiness, if happiness is equal to 4, because I'm getting really sad, alright? And then I'm so upset. But here we need to change this because we need to go to operators, and if our happiness, let's not do hunger, if our happiness is less than, for example, let's do this, that's 5, if our happiness is less than 3, alright, what do we do for this one? No, our happiness has to be less than 1 for him to like be really upset. If we can change this to 4, and if happiness is less than 1, then he's really upset, doesn't want to be your pet anymore. Now, one thing we forgot to do is when go is clicked, we forgot to explain how you're supposed to feed the duck. So we can say, click on the bread to feed me. Click on the ball to reduce my boredom. And click on me, pet me, to make me happy. So we can increase, hi, I'm your new pet duck. We can make 3 seconds. Click on the bread to feed me, 4 seconds. Click on the ball to reduce my boredom, maybe like 5 seconds, this one 5 seconds. So let's try to see if it works. Hi, I'm your new pet duck. Click on the bread to feed me. Let's move this so that we're not covering it. What if we put these variables here so that they're not in the way of anything? And we can move our duck a little lower. Now remember, you guys can do any pets you want, any food you want, anything for the different variables. And of course, you can add more variables to this. So, hi, I'm your new pet duck. Click on the bread to feed me. You can also add a quacking sound whenever you pet it. Click on the ball to reduce my boredom. Okay, wait, let's just go to sounds. That's a good sound. It's a quack. Good quack. So whenever the duck is pet, where's the pet code? Here. Whenever the duck is pet, we want it to quack. Alright. Hi, I'm your new pet duck. Click on the bread to feed me. And click on the ball to reduce my boredom. And I'm getting really bored. Oh no, the variables have already started. Ducky. Okay, wait. I'm gonna make you happy. No? Okay, so we've just realized our first problem. It talks for too long. So we need to start all the variables after we finish talking. Otherwise, it's no good. So I'm just going to make it so that the variables start reducing after you've given them a chance to start. So when I receive message 1, we're going to start it. And same here. And same thing here. So that should be good. I think that's all of the variables. Oh, and one other thing we forgot to do is we forgot to reset all of the variables when go is clicked. So let's go back to our variables. Set them all to 0. Boredom, set happiness to 10. So that's the number we agreed on. And set hunger to 0. Now everything should be alright. So once message 1 is brought, so first we're going to set everything to 0. It's going to ask for the name. And then once the name is set to the answer, the variable, then we're going to broadcast message 1. Once we broadcast message 1, then where's the code? Here. When you receive message 1, happiness starts to get reduced. Oh, here it said it. Oh, well that's okay because we set happiness back to 10 in the beginning. That's what we were supposed to do. It doesn't matter if it's there too. Then here, when it receives message 1, hunger starts to change and boredom starts to change. So let's see if it works. Oh, why isn't it reset? Boredom has to be reset to, oh, we did the wrong boredom. This one. Hi, I'm your new pet duck. Click on the bread to feed me. And click on the ball to reduce my boredom. And click on me, pet me to make me happy. So, what's my name? Ducky. Alright, so first I'm gonna feed. Okay, getting really hungry. I'm gonna click. I wanna give you food. Oh, getting really sad. I need to pet you. You're getting hungry. I'm trying to feed you. Boredom. Oh god. Okay, that's really hard. I think we need to reduce the amount of time that you have to wait before clicking it again because that was really hard. So we can reduce the amount of time that you need before you can click on it. So where's the clicking thing? For the bread. Where's the clicking thing for the bread? Oh, it's right here. Wait. 0.2. And here. Where is it? Here. Wait. 0.2. What if we start sound duck? So that, because that we don't have to wait until the duck sound is done before it starts the timer. Alright, and also we can increase the amount of hunger that needs to happen. So let's say 10 and 20. And again, we can make this like 10 and like, I don't know, 20. Because we need to like give the user enough time to be able to, do something about it. So we need to go back to the start and set happiness to like 20 so that the duck is okay. Alright, let's see if this works. Hi, I'm your new pet duck. Click on the bread to feed me. Why is the hunger increasing? Let's go to bread and see what's going on. When I receive message 1. Oh, I have to do this to when I receive message 1. Now it should work. There's so many bugs. Hi, I'm your new pet duck. Well, that's why I have to check it, right? To click on the bread to feed me. Click on the ball to reduce my boredom. And Click on me, pet me to make me happy. So, what's my name? Your name is Ducky. Alright, Ducky, I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna make you less bored. Be happy. There. Okay. Yeah, be less bored. Okay, maybe that's too easy. So what if we do it like this? Here, what if you have to be 15? That way it's not too hard, but it's not too easy. So if it's 7, then he's starting to get really hungry. 7 and 15. And finally for the last one, we can have 7. And we can start at 15 for happiness. So happiness gets less, that's why it's different. And boredom and hunger just increase. Oh, and we also need to reset the name of the duck. So if we go to variables, set name to unknown. Hi, I'm your new pet duck. Click on the bread to feed me. Click on the ball to reduce my boredom, and then you need to pet me to make me happy. And of course you guys can add lots more variables if you like, and lots more sprites. And your name is Ducky. So, now everything starts to change. Alright, so I'm gonna click on you to make you happy. Let's see if I'm getting really bored, so I'm gonna start clicking on the ball. I'm getting really sad. Okay, you're getting hungry, hungry, bored, 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 hungry, 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 hungry. I'm getting really hungry. You're getting really bored. Oh my god. Okay, good. Oh my god, the happiness. Getting really sad. I'm trying to make you happy. Okay. You're getting really bored. I'm gonna reduce boredom. Oh, be happy. Hunger. Gosh, you're a lot of hard work. Alright, so it's clear that it works. So now that we know that it works, I'm just gonna wait for all the numbers to finally I'm gonna see if it works at the end where the duck doesn't want to be your pet anymore. I'm just gonna leave our duck. I don't want to be your pet anymore. Perfect, it works. So now we know that our duck doesn't want to be your pet if the variables reach a certain point. We've learned how to change variables, how to set variables, and how to use them for a game, a pet game. Now guys, remember that you can also add lots more variables to your game if you like. So thanks for watching. We have lots of other videos and many more are coming. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'll see you in the next episode.